glad I pronounced your name right. Tantalo. So, nothing good awaits us here. And we're down one party member because I kicked Cassia out and I killed our psyker girl. Which they weren't. I mean, Cassia was really good at getting Argenta more turns, but also I have food. My food took 30 minutes to cook. It took my entire stream prep time to cook. And it was finally done, and then my stream started, and I'm like, my food. Well, we landed okay. No solemn ceremony, no personal meeting with Magi. I fear we are too late and won't be dealing with clandestine heretics after all. Binaric arias of alarm stream out of Pascal's voice box synthesizer. In their neurotic broken rhythm, you sense a call to arms and a warning of danger. Any suggestions for how to proceed? To start, let's look around and find out what the arrival of the rogue trader did not elicit the usual fuss. To speak plainly, I would not count on a warm welcome at this rate. Better keep your weapon at the ready. Asking him about his mission usually he's just gonna be like, it's classified. But what is your mission? I assumed I would conduct an investigation and track down traces of the cult of the Final Dawn. I believe I can discard that plan now. Both the incident with the scrap code and the manner in which we were forced to land on Kiava indicate that the situation has taken a turn for the worse. Nevertheless, I must use this opportunity and try to determine what the cult was doing on an industrial world, and what specifically interests them on a planet full of sacred machines and servants of the Omnissiah. First, we must find someone who can tell us what's been going on here, if, that is, there is anyone here left to speak to. Alrighty. First thing we do, loot the place.
The machine god grants the insight.
Oh, look. Corrupted servitors. Are you guys bad, or are you just standing around? Just standing around? That's fine. Before you is an ancient but wholly typical console, intended for use by people not trained in the mysteries of ministering to machine spirits. The cogitator is completely silent, but as you approach, you sense the warmth emanating from its metallic casing, a telltale sign that the machine is working. Alright. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or the machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the archives stored on this cogitator. The vast data repositories contain millions of strings related to receiving raw materials for processing, shipping processed metals, and schedules for sacred rituals to be performed over the machines coming off the production line. The manufactorum? A large factory or manufacturing complex. Okay. The manufactorum once operated like one gargantuan well-oiled mechanism. The last record is from 2 months ago. What about the other one? First log data. Praise be to the Omnissiah, whose might and power transforms dead metal to make manifest the holy vision of the machine god. The new protocols received at the Synod from the Great Fabricator Censor have been executed despite those who shuddered at the thought of changing a standard procedure. Embolden your hearts, those whose inner weakness breeds errors in personal calculations, for the Fabricator Censor is the conductor of the higher will and the wisest among us. What the hell is a Fabricator Censor? The high-ranking tech priest who may act as an overseer for an entire planet. Alright. Second, Today, at the Supreme Assembly, the Fabricator Censor unsealed the vaults of the sacred designs and committed those deemed redundant or heretical to purifying disposal. Today, dozens of standard procedures were lost, to be replaced by new ones, which the Fabricator Censor will deliver to those who demonstrate the greatest devotion to serving the truth. But the databanks contain no notion of truth. Could there have been, may the all-knowing one, the gracious keeper forgive me, an error in the Fabricator Censor's calculations, and he meant to say serving the quest for knowledge? So, their leader got corrupted by this weird cult, probably. Let's try to view the third one, which has been hidden by the protection of the machine spirit. Your knowledge of machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system and subdue it to your will. Okay. The instrumental terminals have already been replaced, and the material delivery systems are being prepared for divine transformation. The execution of the new procedure has been delayed, for there are some in our ranks who doubt the words of the Fabricator Censor and his votaries. Purifying disposal is the most euphemism-y euphemism ever. And there are some who are not susceptible to the enhancement protocol that carries our tech comrades to enlightenment. May the deliverers of fate be merciful to them. Inaction is death, and I must be returning to our great work. Praise be to the truth that will reveal the path to the knowledge shrouded in darkness. Alright, so
The world will bow.
their leader was like, we're gonna be pursuing some higher truth, and we're going to destroy everything we used to be doing and replace it with new stuff. And, seems pretty sus. The 16 Universal Laws, the Mysteries. A tome containing revelations of the Omnissiah recorded in special binaric dialect. Only a member of the cult Mechanicus with the key to this cipher may partake of the wisdom of the machine god. Can we just give it to Pascal?
Intriguing.
Be like, will you read this? Tell me what it says. Oh. The lumps protruding under the tech priest's bedraggled red robe hint at the mechanisms implanted in his body. You see his haggard and sickly face under the archaic respiratory augmentic. A clank, a click, a barely audible hiss, and only then the tech priest's box finishes the word identification. Request denied. Pascal turns to you, his visor gleaming crimson, which happens when he's mad. Registering anomalous behavior within this servant's organics and an invalid new noosphere response. This unit is compromised. Examine him. You carefully study the robe-clad figure. A black border of necrosis spreads out from around the tech priest implants. For some reason, his body is rejecting the true flesh. A moment later, you recognize the dominant smell and bouquet of scents permeating the air around the tech priest. The stench of rotting meat. Oh, lovely. Wonderful. Who are you? Magos Kustos of the Machine Sanctum. Tier 2-0 identification. Where's the Fabricator Censor? I will only speak to your leader. Denied. The irregularity demands execution of Protocol 3942 in accordance with the Fabricator Censor's decree. I'll not be doing anything until I meet your boss. Anticipated process disrupted. Execution of disposal protocol recommended. Oh. Okay. As his robe opens, your senses are hit by a fetid wave of rot. Oi. Lovely. Oh, he just, like,
Your existence is
brought down
more
friends. They're rotting. They're, machine parts. Their, like, body is rejecting them, and so they stinky. Abelard, you handle him. My wonderful, beautiful Argenta. You handle all those guys, and then you can back Argento up. I don't know why you're first, but okay. You know, he's suddenly gonna be super useful. Because he can do this thing where he, like, banishes someone's machine spirit.
It is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
So he can, like, cancel out their machine stuff. Yeah! And, like, zap them. And then I guess you can shoot him, too. He pulled out a staff from within his robe, and it smelled like stinky rot, apparently.
Running binaric override.
Not making it better! Whoa! The hell was that? Alright, cleave them, please.
I won't object to it.
Ooh. Normally that kills them all.
But of course, Lord Captain.
I don't think that was the right thing to do.
I won't object to it.
Well, normally he just slices people in half. I don't know what happened. You are my prey. Let me do this.
Ruin
Let me do
beckons.
this. Wait, no, not that. Ugh, fine. Stab him.
One step closer.
Guided by fate.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit by every single one of them because they're in your way.
Become like without deeds. is
Tell him to
worthless.
move. Oh, you're like dying.
I'll do it.
What happened? Did they like explode when they died? Oh, that's not good.
At your back, you attack.
Okay. Well, there's one more.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Zap him. And then do that, and that, and then shoot him.
Ability analysis successful.
Yikes! So apparently, Act 2 is harder than Act 1.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
What? He's too close?
Let's see to it. I won't.
Get him.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Get him again.
More trouble than it's worth.
Oh, he's already under some effect. Okay.
High momentum.
Do that, and then set him ablaze.
Purpose guides me.
Setting him ablaze is never as exciting as it should be.
I won't waste my time on that.
Too far. Psh. Fine. Ah, no. It's not what I want. You're not gonna be able to reach them in
Tried
time.
and tested tactics are the best.
Oh wait, you have this. Hold on. You're fine. Get him. Get him again. Alrighty. Argenta.
The Emperor sets my path.
She can only be healed on the bridge.
Do you require inquisitorial approval?
No, but I want to loot this guy. Well, It looks like I'm gonna have to actually try on this one. Maybe I should level them up. Let's go back to the ship so that she gets healed. We really didn't. Oh, give me all of you. We really didn't go very far, so.
Embrace true power.
We'll just duck back inside and fix her arm, and then we'll level everyone. I don't think I've had anyone be down since we changed the difficulty from like normal to easy. I've never had anyone actually like get knocked out in battle. I'm scared now. Bringer of Doom. The titles on these are just always ready. Okay. Let's also... We have a bunch of stuff. Ads are coming. Is this Omnissiah axe better than the one you have? They look the same. I think they are the same. Alright, an ad is starting, and I will fuss with inventory while the ad is happening. So I will see you in a second. Axes create bleeding, unlike swords and daggers, which are happy sticks. With a pistol? I don't think anyone here is using a pistol. Is this a pistol? I guess this is technically a pistol. Battle Psyker boots. Am I already wearing Battle Psyker boots? I am. How about him? Is he wearing? No. Okay. don't have any heretics on board anymore. It bothers me they called this eye patch a scarf. That's not a scarf. Thunderhammer! You need boots. You also need a cape. I don't know if we have any more capes. Oh, we do. What does this do? When the wearer uses endure? I don't know what endure is. I don't know if you have that ability. Yeah, you're not an officer. We'll give you the one that makes you immune to grenades. I want to know how a cape makes you immune to grenades, but maybe I shouldn't question it. You should carry more of these. How many of these can you have? 2? You should have more medkits too. I think that's everybody. He doesn't have like a charm or whatever you call that thing. If I give you this, will you be able to actually use these? No. Really? Okay. We only have 2 people that can do medic stuff in battle. Do forgive me, but it appears I am needed elsewhere. Alright, well thank you for coming by. Flashed by a rotting staff. I'm sorry you were flashed by a rotting staff. This book raises medicine. Oh, this is just a book. I think this is all that I need. Yeah, we don't have any heretics on board anymore. It was funny watching how you went from sweet goodbye to cackling at my rapier wit. That piercing comment did not draw first blood, as only axes cause bleeding. Ugh! Stuffy aristocratic chuckle. Cheers! Barbiloquins. Okay, we are equipped, we are leveled, and the one chick is healed, so I'm hoping that we don't continue failing at this. Give me more noodles. Okay. come to the elevator. Why is it all dark? Okay.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Oh. Are we supposed to go back now? There's something down there. How do we even get down there? Maybe we have to open a door. What is even the point of having spikes here? Like what does this serve? What purpose? Why have spikes just on the corner of your platform?
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Oh, Argenta.
I'm restless. I better myself through my service.
That's very nice. So there's like this weird stuff all over the floor, like goopy flesh, nasty. With like pustules. What the hell is this? Can I... Is that for the other side? Okay. Just blood smears on the ground. Blood mixed with machine oil is barely visible on the dark floor. If we go this way, it's gonna hurt, isn't it? We need to figure out a way to turn off that, I think. Or am I supposed to just like... Yep. Come on, get out, get out, get out, get out!
I tread a path unexplored.
He said something. There was someone here. It's a good place to hide or set up another ambush. Well... What is this? No. Don't go run over there, Bert. Don't go back. Let's go down. Let's go this way.
Let's seize the opportunity.
The screen of this cogitator shows a scrolling line of repeating technolingua. Staring at the obscure symbols gives you a headache.
Over there.
This is another book. The 16 Universal Laws, the Warnings, a tome containing warnings of the Omnissiah. This set of unshakable tenets of the Adeptus Mechanicus is hidden from the eyes of the layman with a special binaric cipher. So... if I look at it as Pascal, does that change anything? No.
Embrace
They're like, only
true
tech priests can see
power.
this. And I'm like, we have a tech priest. Oh. Oh! 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 General Grievous is here. That's Fabricator Sensor Cubus Delphin. Oh boy. From beneath the deep hood of his mantle, two dimly lit eye implants gaze out at you. You hear another binaric tirade, this time clearly addressed at you. It can be rude to him, or who in the void are you? You dare address me in the vile tongue of savages? Me, the steward of Kiava Gama, lord of the machine world. Kneel, pathetic spawn, if you seek swift disposal. Okay. Yeah, this is my planet. Thanks. You are only one of the troglodytes who once had the gall to oppress my comrades and resist my will. A messenger from the barbarian who drank the sacred unguents bestowed upon her through others' toil. Very well, then. Your appearance is the perfect opportunity to teach your ilk a lesson. My name is Cubus Delphim. I once held the title of Fabricator Censor of the Kiava Manufactorum, but I rejected it, along with the other fetters that hindered progress. Once my faith was flawed and led naive fools from the cult Mechanicus into the darkness of ignorance. Now I am this world's master and serve the true gods. You tread upon their territory, and you do not number among their legion servants. Therefore, you must be subject to immediate disposal. As the senior functioning member of the priesthood of Mars, I, Magos Explorator Pascal Hanuman, declare this temple to the machine god compromised and forthwith forbid all service within it. I dethrone the Fabricator Censor, the ignorant heretic who has betrayed the Omnissiah, and condemn as anathema any and all standard procedures implemented by him. Let the cycle of the blasphemous operations he has put in motion be discontinued. He switches to Binaric, and you hear dissonance burgeoning in the depths of the Forge Cathedral. Some of the giant mechanisms heed his order and go still, while others, obeying the Fabricator Censor's will, continue their work. Crashes, explosions, and the clanging of crumbling metals signify that some dissent among the machines has interrupted the Manufactorum's production cycle. Hanuman? Liar, you are not him! Demense Hanuman, another one. Demense Hanuman obeys me. His mind is open to the voices of the void, and the scrap code he created protects my world. And I'll not have you, rusted refuse from the misfit caste of explorators, call me ignorant. This statement is false. Your regalia have been revoked, and you have been deemed defective and will be eliminated. Initiating heretics search. Designation Demense Hanuman. I wish to execute the retribution procedure. What is a heretic? A tech priest who has renounced the dogmas of the cult Mechanicus in favor of delving into forbidden, chaos-tainted technologies. I've seen what you've done to this world and its poor people. I will not allow it to continue. You may be driven by your will to fight, but know this. Kiava has already been converted. Its lines have been restructured, and its servants have already tasted the fruits of progress. In the crucibles of this manufactorum, torrid liquid metals will be used to forge vessels for sacred spirits. The adepts are already tirelessly delving deeper into new mysteries that were once barred by false tenets. You, servants of fake gods, are too late. The entire might of this world will soon rise up against the anathema and his slaves. Argenta, shoot him. So many open admissions of heresy and so few sentences. Sister, how many death sentences would you say his words warrant? I cannot answer that, Master Von Calix. It is not my duty to measure the guilt of heretics. When the Adeptus Sororitas appears before enemies of the Imperium, it is time to fire, not count. And now is one of those times. You know why I like deranged tin cans like you? When you're killed, you leave behind plenty of useful spare parts. I think I'll make a portable recaf machine out of you. Damn. You deserve a painful death for what you have wrought upon the machines of this world and their priests. Imperfect machines merit elimination, as do living elements prone to vulnerabilities such as sentimentality. Just shoot him. Comrades, purge the Manufactorum of any random variables. I must prepare for the culmination of our great work. Oh, this is not the boss fight. This is just showing you the boss, and then the boss is gonna scuttle away and we fight his minions. Get the outsiders. Let their blood mix with oil. Death to apostates. Truth conceal the path from the impious. The impious? Alrighty.
The world will bow.
Time to go murder everyone.
The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
Pascal is actually going to be super useful in this. Looks like there's more over here. So, Argenta, you're going to be on them. We're going to melee the rest of these guys. And I'll just be here. Alright, Pascal, buff our weapons with your magics and zap some of them. And then shoot somebody. Nice. See, that's what I'm used to. Everyone just falling over dead.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Hi, Andre! Hello, hello, hello. Alright, Argenta, open fire!
Doubt.
Nice, nice. Do it again.
As the Emperor. I'll do it. I am
More.
his will made manifest. Eradicated. None can escape the
I
Emperor's
love
judgment.
Argenta.
Rejoice in battle.
So, oh. Where is the disarm? Oh, she can't. She can't go back there. Okay. Is there anyone else over here worth shooting? Yeah, I don't think you could reach that
is
guy.
not the Emperor's will.
Can you shoot these? Nope, can't shoot nobody. Falling over dead is a good thing when it's everyone else in the room. Get him!
I won't object. Your reckoning is due.
And then do this thing.
Not sanctioned to do this. Alas.
Oh no,
No.
we can't reach them? Oh no!
More problem than it's
F.
worth. Not sanctioned
No.
to do this.
Dang it. Alrighty.
My place is at the fore. I took care of this one.
Can you reach him?
That's not the Seneschal's
No.
job.
Oh, but you have
No
this.
matter the
So,
cost. I will do my duty.
parry.
It's gray hair, sure hair.
Don't be parrying me. And there's me, who's kind of useless. Can I? Is there even? I guess there's more people over there. I'm useless. Can you zap any of them? Oh, zap him.
Request approved.
Not that. 4. Shoot him.
Running.
Argenta.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Okay. Where is the trap? Where's the... there we go.
Never doubt me.
Argenta, I never doubt you. Ever. That's as far as you can go, though. Alright, mister. Come over
I
here.
Need a foothold.
Get him.
For the throne, I'm done with this one.
Get him.
I'll
Do
see
your
our
superpower
foes
thing.
Obliterated.
Get
I
him.
won't object to it. I won't do that. The Inquisition sends
Alas.
their
Why is that person
No.
not dying?
Avalon.
Ooh.
A tactically sound approach.
Get him.
One fewer target.
He's gone. Now heal yourself, because you're not doing great.
Careful now.
Who's even left? Oh, this guy.
I will triumph.
Burn alive! Or just, you know, get kind of on
I
fire a
need no
little bit.
guidance. Purpose guides me.
Zap him!
Request denied.
Come over here
Activate calculated fury
and
algorithm.
zap him. There's one last person, and Heinrichs will probably take care of him.
Everyone, step aside.
Bam! Okay, that was a lot of people that we just murdered. A lot of people. Lore.
Triumphant as
The
always.
marks of chaos seem to draw your eye and strike terror in you at the same time. The marks of chaos are like an eyeball with a circle around it and some wigglies. That's not it's not very scary.
Attention to detail
Yeah, I
is the
thought
key
that
to
was gonna
success.
be a thing.
Join me in
Argenta,
prayer.
would you please?
The Emperor favors me today.
Okay.
The world trembles beneath my
Oh,
feet.
dying tech priest. This pile of human remains, carelessly tossed together, emits a suffocating stench. The torn, gutted bodies once belonged to tech priests, but you cannot even spot a glint of metal anywhere. All their implants are gone. Suddenly, one of the ravaged bodies makes the tiniest movement. The tortured man's lips move ever so slightly, his half-closed eyelids twitching. Approach him. The man can barely breathe without his respirator implant. It's a miracle he survived the horrific vivisection. But it takes you a single look at the gaping wounds where the augment was ripped out to realize death is only a matter of time. As if having sensed your presence, the half-dead man looks at you and sharply inhales the hot air. Machine spirit, deliver me. The binaric requiem coming from Pascal's voice box sounds solemn and grim. Upon hearing it, the man's mutilated face tweaks into a weak semblance of a smile. Go to the Omnissiah and end his suffering. In a single motion, you bring an end to his long torment. After checking that there are no more survivors in this pile of human remains, you step away from the nightmarish sight. Ugh.
My success is an
The device, now evidently used to chop bodies into pieces, was once an ordinary cooling fan. They have been shoving people into a fan to chop them into pieces. That's nice. It's lovely. Just in case you thought, you know, maybe these guys were worth saving, they made sure that
Intriguing.
you don't feel like that. All right.
operation successful.
clicked on it, but like nothing happened. Something is howling within the metal housing as if the machine spirits of this cogitator are lamenting some irreparable loss. Your knowledge of the machine spirit sufficiently tricked the machine into telling you whatever. The device's machine spirit can do nothing to thwart you. Subdued by its defeat, it hides in the depths of its lair. Wake up, you. You touch the levers and the reels on the control panel and disturb the slumber of the spirits that reside within this cogitator. The machine dawdles as if it's still drowsy, but nevertheless performs its assigned function. What are we doing? Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. That was very... okay. I feel like it's not supposed to go that fast or fling whatever the hell that was off of it. What even is that? Some kind of pipe or something? So why did we do this? Are we gonna get in it? Are we gonna walk across it? No? What?
Let's seize the opportunity.
Why? What? I don't understand. So... were we trying to get this thing? We can't click on it. I'm so lost. What are we doing? Why are we here? Oh, there's another door. Okay.
Empyrean guides my gaze.
Argenta.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Hi, B and my T. Hello,
I better
hello.
myself through my service.
B and my T is the lovely artist who made our emotes. Including the 2 new ones. And she is a huge sweetheart. As you approach the cogitator, you notice a number of deep scratches left by huge claws on its metal surface. Oi. View the log. It's nothing of interest. Okay. Activate the emergency bridge lowering protocol. Okay. So now we can go that way. I don't know why we flung that huge cart thing this direction,
Blessed be
but
the road that we take.
the screen... Maybe it was to...
Duty prevails.
I think what we were supposed to do is, because this was like, this is where they were all standing, right? Like all the bad guys. I think we were supposed to like see them and then like sneak this way and then bust our way through the wall, turn on that thing, and then have it like kill all of them. I'm assuming. But I just killed all of them and then was like, I can do things? We just shot them the old-fashioned way.
Embrace true power.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
The Emperor sets my path. Cast your eye there.
Well,
The light of terror shines for us.
so how?
Nothing escapes my sight.
Good grief. Alright. Get rid of that one.
Never doubt me. Pay attention.
My goodness, get rid of this one.
I better myself through my service.
Get rid of this one.
Duty prevails.
And this one. Did you get them all? What is this?
Onward.
No idea. Okay. Got all the traps. View the log. Supply protocol. Augments extracted from living tech priest and quote-unquote spent mass, the flesh of the victims killed. Yikes. Production. The log looks damaged. You feel your head begin to swim. The stored data can only be comprehended by a twisted mind touched by chaos corruption. Ascension protocol. The record looks like a sermon of some mad chaos worshipper. The log, clearly written from someone else's words, mentions the heart that exudes virtue and the cradle that rocks the child of truth. Ooh boy. Chapstick.
The world will bow.
Is that all we can do over here? Oh wait, we can go into the center thing where the big dude was. Oh. Oh. Do we want to go that way? What if we want to go this way? Oh. Doesn't look like we can go that way.
I tread a path unexplored.
Let's go over here.
Argenta, don't you find it difficult to be without your sisters? You are a soldier without a squad.
I will fight alongside my sisters again. But my present fate is not a burden to me. No matter where I go, or who I am with, I bring death to heretics. That is what matters.
It's the only thing that matters, Abelard. Just shooting heretics in the face. Come on. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just wandering.
I shall not be deterred.
A makeshift structure adorned with revolting totems and symbols. This looks like
Powers
a combat
unseen
place.
uncover my path.
The crucified body and had all of its augments removed. Judging by the abundance of blood, they were ripped out when the tech priest was still alive. Delightful. Ah, this is the... So, there's a bunch of tech priests that we keep running into whose last name are Hanuman, which is Pascal's last name. And we just found another one. His name is Demence. He tears himself away from reading his data slate and looks up at you. His respiratory augmentic is missing. Instead, the lower half of his face is covered in deathly pale artificial flesh. You take note of the multitude of fresh augmetics attached to his head. They seem to have been inserted haphazardly, and pus is seeping from the untreated wounds. I heard your footsteps in the void. You are Von Balancius, are you not? Pascal exchanges a series of binaric signals with the tech priest before saying menacingly, "Initiate arrest procedure. This unit is using a fabricated identification code which constitutes a grade 4 transgression." Pascal, do you have any preferences regarding the killing of your former tech comrade? He switches to Technolingua, his vox erupting in a series of binaric signals. There is no need for secrecy. Let her understand. He smiles at me. He glances at you with worry and says in Gothic, "Following a voluntary surrender, I will be willing to communicate the punishment from immediate destruction to arrest and isolation, for the purposes of conducting an exhaustive interrogation." A wise decision. Request denied, tech comrade. You will have to pull what I know out of my head.
Blood and mayhem
Yeah,
shall
I didn't think
be
that was gonna
our
work.
anthem.
Is it just these guys? I think it's just them. These ones are dead. And then me, I'm useless.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all,
Zap that one. Oh, okay.
advancing
Zap that one.
binary override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Cogitation failed. Running binary override.
Nice try. Wah! Alright, Diabolard. Get him!
At your beck and call.
You can do better than that. Come on.
It will be done.
Or not. Can you shoot him?
I will do my duty.
Alrighty. That was anticlimactic. What? The little one repairs people? Oh, heck no. Heck no.
I will triumph.
Set the little one on fire.
Ruin beckons. I will walk a satisfying demise. One step closer. I need no guidance.
Alright, Argenta. It is time. Yeah.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Guided by faith.
Why can she not do this?
This is unacceptable.
He's over there. What? What? Did he, like, jam her gun or something? Cannot attack. What? 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 Well, can you heal yourself, I guess?
Administration is a holy task.
Can you attack? Nobody can attack. Why? He threw some grenade that made it so we can't do anything. Well, I guess buff
But
yourself.
of course, Lord Captain.
Yeah, we needed to get rid of this guy. Since he apparently can just make it so I just can't attack.
Successfully terminated.
Which is a little OP.
At your beck and call. We'll rule the stars themselves. It will be done.
So...
At your gray hair, sure hair.
No? Why are they so strong? Bum 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 bum. Use your fancy staff.
I will triumph. Purpose.
Get the skull.
I will triumph.
Alright, did that guy die? Did we kill him? Yes.
Doubt is
Get him, and then do this. Do it again.
as the Emperor commands, I act.
Do this. Do
Power
this.
resides in the will of the righteous.
Get him.
I'll do it.
Get him.
Faith.
Get him. Ha ha ha. Who's left? Just this guy? Can Argento shoot him from
God
here?
Emperor, move through me. Be fire in my heart.
I love Argento. Pascal stands motionless as he stares at the heretic's corpse. After a long silence, he finally says in a hollow voice, I am taking his neural cogitator. The data contained within must be analyzed to supplement the catechism of maintenance and operation. The statement is true. The value of the data justifies the risk. He plunges the augmented. He steals the guy's thing from his skull. Gross. A mismatch of steel wire and augmentation shaped by some madman into an unknown and brightening monstrosity. The curved parts appear foreign compared to the orderly geometry of the Manufactorum. The many holes and fasteners indicate that each component serves as but a single part of some wicked design.
Predictable.
The vats, which were previously used to store fuel oil, have been turned into reservoirs for blood. An ingredient for the vile rituals that have replaced the orderly protocols in the Manufactorum. Wow. Oh, that's nice.
The
Isn't
world
it?
trembles beneath my feet.
Lovely. Lovely. What's this?
This explorator is blessed
The
with
car-
multifunctionality.
The car is filled with refuse, broken pieces of spare parts, chopped up lumps of flesh, bits of wire, and other rubbish. Remove the obstacle. Okay.
Lesson learned.
I don't know why we keep slinging these carts all over the place. Like, I keep wanting to ride them, or else, like, a manual valve.
Embrace true power.
A Chaos Marine, another one. This Chaos Space Marine towers over the tech priest's bowed heads like a dark cliff. He is reciting a sermon, slow, almost chanting. From the mere sound of his deep, low voice, you break into a cold sweat and your gorge rises? What does that mean? Listen, for my words reveal to you a path from the darkness unto the primordial truth, which has thrown open its gates for wayward souls seeking deliverance from the shroud of lies and torments of enslavement. Your minds have shed the bonds of the dogma that has guided you into the abyss. Accept now the hope granted to you by the greatest of the word-bearers. Sacrilege! Here, on the soil of an imperial world! I knew our meeting on Riken Minorth wouldn't be the last, but to run into this anathema here. Kiava did not merely succumb to heresy. Your world is in the clutches of the greatest evil known to the Imperium. He gazes at his former brethren and whispers dryly. The Noosphere signature of the defective units has been archived. In accordance with the sacred commandments, I will tolerate no heresy, and hereby sentence you to categorical disposal without redemption. Yep, attack!
Your struggles are in vain.
Come to chaos!
Okay.
Cast your eye there.
I see. I'll put you here. Alright, Pascal. Bless our weapons and fuck up their weapons.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends
Zap one of the tech priests. Ooh, I did nothing. Okay. This is the front lines. This is the middle lines. And this is the back
my
line.
competencies are not that universal.
Oh. Okay. Everybody get down.
Strike is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Oh, so close.
Bring ruin. I'm a member. Naturally. Someone's death wish is mine to grant. I won't object to it. Let's see. Your reckoning is due. More trouble than it's worth. Observe the ruinous powers!
Oh, he's his own little Argenta, and he just killed 2 of his own people. Well, okay.
Ruin bends. One step closer. I will not stoop to this.
Victory is imminent.
Boo.
Indeed.
Can you pew pew him?
At your
Oh, nice. Well, now we can use this.
Francis.
Can you charge him?
I will do like you.
Yeah.
Target well struck.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Now zap him.
The spirit from Kronos is
It did nothing. Get him. Well, why'd you shoot him? Don't be shooting him. Okay, you need to
I will not.
get out of here.
The Emperor is on our side. But of
Okay,
course,
and now
Lord
you can
Captain,
do this, and you can do
not sanctioned
that.
to do this.
No. You can
I won't object to it.
do that, I guess. Where do you think you're going, huh? Did you
Through chaos, strive.
Really? Why'd you go that way?
I need no guidance. Purpose.
Zap him!
Tribute.
I'm gonna have to go bother one of my Warhammer streamer friends when they're on and be like, so can you tell me about Chaos Space Marines? Because they sound really bad, but I don't know what they are. Unless one of you guys wants to tell me what a Chaos Space Marine is. Is it just like big dude that turned bad? Because he looks like he has the same abilities as Argenta, which I don't like because Argenta is my scary murder person.
Over there.
Intriguing.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
No, I don't.
The Emperor favors me today.
I watched Red vs. Blue. That's my extent
should
of the
deal
Halo
with this.
universe knowledge.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay. I better myself through my service.
Any other bombs we need to disarm?
I tread a path unexplored.
Give me a fantasy universe you do know that's not WoW. Oh, save. I know some the Elder Scrolls universe. I know the Dragon Age universe very thoroughly. It is time for us to murder this thing. That thing's just General Grievous himself. You hear the clanging and groaning of metal as if his pistons and bearings in his body have fused together. The probability of navigating your way, of reaching the inner line, was negligible. The primordial truth guards me in my work. Then why is it that this variable is yet to be eliminated? Your minions are dead. Both you and your host will likewise fail to stop me. Ha 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 ha! There are things more frightening than death, troglodyte. To submit one's existence to a false dogma, to condemn sacred machines bound by feeble flesh to pointless calculations, the notion is rejected. No, you can't save himself. He's beyond saving. What bad machines are you creating here? Steel creations destined to serve the designs of truth. Did you see the elegance of their form, their flawless ergonomics, and those are mere shells? True perfection fills them when they are instilled with a spark of life and granted purpose to bring their wrath upon the heads of apostates, once this army is assembled. But why waste words? You will see for yourself a modicum of the splendor that is in store. Yeah, okay, whatever. He straightens his back and shoulders. You hear a mounting hum as if from some powerful turbines, followed by the heavy footsteps and the grinding of metal against metal. Is he... Oh, what the hell are those? He's been making creepy machine things to come kill people. What the heck are those? Witness the weapons designed to carry the glory of the true gods into the darkness of the Coronis expanse. My shepherd has sent me one of his iron angels so that its very presence may instill faith and awe in the hearts of his flock. Accept the greatness of the primordial truth united with the might of the new Kiava Gamma and perish! So, he isn't even the final boss. He has somebody over him, and they taught him how to make these things. I'ma kill you.
Your existence is
Oh boy! Well, this is exciting. Okay. Why am I at the front of this parade? Oh, boy. Alright. He's they're called forge beams. Oh boy, that's the front line, I guess. Alrighty, Argenta. Exactly.
I'll do it. Doubt it. My Emperor!
I don't think that's enough to push us to the next thing. She's at 117. Yeah, it's not enough. Not good. Ooh. Not good at all. Okay.
I will try.
Not as good as we can get. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, he destroyed our cover. Like, our cover is gone. Oh, don't kill Argenta, please. Please don't kill Argenta. No! I need her! Okay, Abelard, it is time.
It will be done.
He parried it.
At your beck and call. Reduce to dust.
Well, we killed that one.
I will do my duty.
Oh boy. Why does that thing keep parrying me? I don't like it.
Let's see. Alas, no.
Okay. We really need to get you people behind cover, but they destroyed all the cover, so I'm not really sure. Okay, now shoot that. Oh, almost. He only has a smidge of health left. Argenta, heal yourself.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
Yeah.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor dominated.
Okay, now we have enough. No, we don't! How do we not have enough? Oh my gosh, we are like a smidge away.
That is not the Emperor's will. I'll do it.
How did you miss?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
How did you miss? Okay. Okay.
Sow the seeds of discord.
Oh, I was gonna...
Ruin beckons.
But okay.
Destiny reshaped.
Oh, we almost got that guy.
I reject the very idea.
Oh my gosh, poor Heinrich. Abelard. We can't reach anybody. But you can come here, and then we can do this.
I'd rather not. I'm not interested.
Oh no.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
I wish you could undo after you move somebody, because...
It will be done.
Do you have a gun? I think you have a gun.
Victor 1, you are
I didn't realize he could fire a bunch of times like that, but
But of course, only terror. Kill your enemies. Scorn the pain. I won't object to it. Let's seize it.
you
More
can't just
trouble
go
than it's
back?
worth.
Alright. Yes, okay. Put more of that on him, and then do the zappy thing to him. And now shoot that guy. Yee-hoo!
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. You can escape the Emperor's justice.
Yes! Now you finally get your
Thy light
abilities.
I stand. Thy light I crave.
Is that everybody? Who's left? Who's left? That guy in the corner.
I'll do it. Eradicated.
Alright, we killed them all. I'm going to pause for ads. Okay, so we just killed everybody. There was one little dude in the corner and I shot him. That's all you missed. We just killed all these things. And since he was the big bad guy in this area, you'd assume that we're done, right? Oh, I guess so. We just returned to Void Ship.
The world will bow.
Stop, Jaylee. Before we go further, I must investigate this level of the Manufactorum. We have not yet examined this area sufficiently thoroughly for the purposes of my mission. Alright. We're not done. We have not yet triggered the cutscene that is necessary to further the plot. I mean, there were a lot of branching paths and I didn't really know where we were going, so I just kind of ran around. It looks like we didn't come over here yet. Oh look, a door we haven't opened. There's presents in this corner.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
This cogitator looks dead. Only a single lit lumen shows that there is life within the machine. Bring your elect to. Oh, I don't have an elect to. So if I don't have an elect to, I can't use it, even though we have Pascal.
Let's seize the opportunity.
That's annoying. Pascal is supposed to be my answer to all tech issues.
Trembles beneath my feet.
Why are we pausing? Oh, because there is a this thing.
The Emperor sets my path.
Oh,
Carry the Emperor's will as your torch.
can I not? No. Okay, hold on, hold on. Argenta, calm down. Can I not scoot? How do we get rid of this? Can I shoot this?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Yay!
Let's proceed.
Now disarm this.
Never doubt me.
Don't worry, Argenta, I never do.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Operation.
This large device is a cargo lift used for transporting parts. What about this? The cyber guard is asking for access codes you do not have. Okay. What does he want? Is it in this corner? I thought there was loot we didn't get over here, so maybe we didn't go this way? This is the big spinny thing. Maybe we need to turn the big spinny thing.
Intriguing.
Like, maybe we were supposed to try and get in here. Aha! You do not have the access codes to this room. What? Where am I supposed to get access codes? Where are we? Kiava Gamma Manufactorum. Google. Fireborn? Apparently, to get the codes, we were supposed to find a random ship called the Fireborn when we were exploring in space.
I tread a path unexplored.
To get, like, loot or something, but I'm assuming that's not what he's looking for, then. What is it that he wants? Companion quest. Hanuman. Sister Argenta. Oh, we killed a deer. Heinrichs! Strange activity has been detected on an industrial world, activity that matches intelligence received by the Inquisition's interrogator. It is vital to explore the location and find someone there who can provide more information. We've killed everyone. So,
Embrace true power.
this is where we shot the thing off. I guess we can try going to the places that still have loot. already looked at these. It claims there
The
is.
world
Oh,
trembles beneath my feet.
okay. It looks like we haven't gone here. How do we even get up here? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. This is the place that had the steam vents, and I was like, we can't go across the steam vents because it'll hurt us. So I think that seems right for like a place we haven't been to yet. No, stop that. Okay. Where are... Yeah, and they're like, someone here was
Powers
like dragged
unseen
around.
cover my path.
So are we just supposed to like... dash across here? Okay, stop that.
Focus, Van Kellogg's.
Nothing
Focus.
escapes my sight.
Look at this mark. Someone was dragged. No, someone walked in our direction very recently, but we didn't see anyone.
The Emperor favors me today.
We can't go that way.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Lex mechanic. A small, heavily augmented man is there. He hesitantly looks up at you, his eyes filled with horror. A portable inscriber with a keyboard hangs from straps at his front, and you can see his detached cerebral cogitator peeking out from under his hood. You have nothing to fear from us. Deus Mechanicus. He decides to take a better look at you, and then he stops shaking. He heard my prayers. I thought I was alone in a kingdom of madness and depravity. Please save me. Tell us who you are and what happened to you. I am Manufactorum Lex Mechanic Zeta 86. I performed the rituals for the machine spirits of Boundary 95 up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to the Omnissiah suddenly started praising the dawn of something or other. They stopped the belts, and then they desecrated the visages of the sacred machines with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted, the others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw the madmen, my former tech comrades, deliberately connect those poor souls to corrupt cogitators. I watched as they were infected with the scrap code, and did nothing to stop them. I am recording a violation of the commandment of thine own forge, be a true sentinel. Apostate Zeta 86, your accesses are hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. How did you manage to avoid the same fate? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same procedure on me. I felt the touch of unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all the data for his blasphemous experiments. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depths of my auxiliary cogitator, where the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy, the extraction of true flesh and its decomposition on altars, perverse procedures that resulted in herotechnical abominations. I even accompanied a fallen Magos to the fabricator censor himself and attended the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual, full of willful deviations and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of the final dawn. You don't act like the other crazy people. Praise the gifts of the Omnissiah, I managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I used for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted, the scrap code is locked inside it like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to the heretical program. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes, hear their interference. I sense the malfunctions in my augmentics. But I was still saved from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings of the Omnissiah, and his benediction that shelters the weak from evil. He tenses slightly. You can see him wanting to shoot him, but, like, not. You mentioned someone imprisoned on the lower levels? The lay servants of the main units, they live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I hear they were locked in there after the takeover. Then my crazed brethren changed the system from disposing of slag waste and covered the machine in cursed symbols. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segments under the machine halls. Well, what the survivors had turned into. You demonstrate exceptional powers of observation and recall for someone who just happened to survive. I am a Lex mechanic. Gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even what they used me for. They used me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into their slave. Before I'd rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated these atrocities and witnessed their obscenities. You mentioned a monster. No, not those constructs that are melted down in furnaces and sent into the depths of the manufactorum. It is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of a sacred machine, powered not by the Omnissiah's grace, but by the unholy spirit and life force of the unfortunates imprisoned on the lower levels. So, is he talking about those weird machine things that... I just realized my phone has been singing this like little background music this whole time. Is he talking about those creepy machine things we just fought? Hello, Eric! Explain Chaos Space Marines to me, please. Droll said that they were like Death Knights before Death Knights became playable characters. Which doesn't exactly help me. I will have to be very quick. Give the Cliff Notes version. I don't know much, except that the fabricator censor saw the machines as special. It was special to him and to the crazies who defiled the Omnissiah's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes heretics, who arrived at the Manufactorum after the start of the upbringings. He did something terrible, and only after that were they able to switch the machines on. Chaos Space Marines, in a nutshell, are Space Marines that have given themselves over to a Chaos God or stand among the undivided Chaos banner. So they've gone to the dark side. Okay. That sounds very simple and easy to understand. Now, what is an Astartes heretic? Astartes heretic. Oh. That is a Chaos Space Marine. They are also called Astartes heretics, apparently. Dark side, Star Wars, Jedi, the Force. No! He's literally sitting over there. No! Where you going? Why you laughing at me? Where you going? Oh, to get our car. Okay, yeah. We took our car in. Chaos followers of Tzeentch tend to have magic and fight very long range. They like to summon those blue horrors. I don't like those guys. They're a little cute, I won't lie, but I don't like them splitting into more enemies and crap. So they made these really weird machines, and they said that they were like special or something. And then for the final ritual, he brought in a Chaos Space Marine and did something terrible. And then after that, the machines could be turned on. If they wear red and rush at you, they are followers of Khorne. They want to bleed you and take your skull. There was one here who was like preaching to people, but it was just normal heretical gibberish. They do seem kind of red, but I don't know if that's because like everything on here is red. It is a true abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that even those who have been deprived of the Omnissiah's grace still feel its influence on them. Its monstrous power utilized for unholy computations and chaotic calculations. Whatever that cogitator might spew out at the end of its cycle, no righteous soul shall accept its heinous offering. Are they? They were called... Oh, what were they called? They were called something. It was called Forge Beasts or something like that. Servant of the Omnissiah, I must know more. About the Final Dawn, the Fabricator Sensor, his mass, and about this machine as well. Yeah, Forge Fiend! That's what they were. I could give you the coordinates, but even though I was present for many blasphemies committed by those heretics, all the details that were captured and processed by my true flesh are in the augmetic that was corrupted by the scrap code. I'm convinced that if I hadn't fought off that foreign compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. We killed them. They were very, very hard to kill, but we killed them. Bye, Eric! Jelly for the jellyfish throne. I swear no devout tech priest should come into contact with what's hidden in that once sacred device. He stares intently at the disconnected implant and the still intact connectors protruding from under the collar. He sighs heavily and looks away. Heinrichs, what are you thinking? There may be a way to retrieve the cogitator's contents via another device. Even if the very idea of exposing a holy machine to the scrap code wasn't profane in itself, my augmetics are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They were created to interact with the system of my true flesh, to innervate my compulsor unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I am safe, I swear I will immediately perform a cleansing rite and destroy... In other words, there is only one way to extract the data stored in the cogitator. What are you talking about? What's he gonna do? If we connect the cogitator to the augmetic system, the Lex mechanic will serve as a conduit for transmitting the data. We will learn the details, even if they are incomplete, of the things he saw and heard, but is now unable to recall. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, it'll be worse than that. I'll succumb to the corruption. I'm begging you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have the scrap code in my biological cogitator. In failing to offer any resistance against the enemies of the Omnissiah, Unit Zeta-86 lost the grace of his machine rank and was recategorized as a resource of the Manufactorum. The defilement and torment of said resource, if committed to advance the struggle against heresy, will not be deemed an apostasy or malefication against a living soul. Upon expiry of the unit's utility, disposal is recommended. So we, like, ruin this man's life. He turns into a crazy person and we kill him, but we can, you know, get him to tell us what happened. Or we destroy the thing and lose all that valuable information. I don't know. I think I'm gonna destroy him and use him for the information. There's no future for him. Like, all of his stuff is corrupted, and Pascal has already said that, like, because he didn't do anything to stop anybody and he was like a coward and hid, he's not gonna be able to do his job anymore. Okay, we're doing it. For the good of the Imperium, like a snake, he lunges at the Lex mechanic, whose mouth opens in the beginnings of a squeal. Pinning the babbling Lex mechanic, Heinrichs uses his free hand to feel for the connectors of the external cogitator and then for the socket at the back of his captive's neck. The Lex mechanic struggles a few times, but when Heinrichs twists the reel on the cogitator's hanging wires, the Lex mechanic lets out a chilling howl and arches his back sharply. His hands twitch and leap to the inscriber and begin typing furiously, pounding on the keys with huge force. The scroll that creeps out of the inscriber's printer continues to grow, undulating in waves of parchment that settle on the floor. The crunch of breaking bones can scarcely be heard over the hammering of the keys. After several minutes, the Lex Mechanic's fingers are well and truly crushed, and blood is splattering over the Is he typing so hard his hands are breaking? But that does not stop him trying in vain to press the keys of the scraps of bones and skin that remain. He takes the paper, looks at it. It will take time to study this in full. But I have not done that. But at first glance, the data from the Lex Mechanic's cogitator suggests something of the nature of the cult's major preparations. Refitting the manufactorum, accumulating resources, mentions of focus points. These are preparations for a large-scale chaos ritual. It appears the large local cogitator, whatever that may be in actuality, is one of the key points in this list. We can learn more if we find the construct that was created on their orders. We already found it. We did this backwards. Poor guy.
The machine god grants me insight.
I thought that the love of my life was coming to hold my hand, but he just wanted my Kleenex. How sad. Do I have to do this little, like, skitter across the way puzzle all over again? No! Oh. Oh.
Damaged awoke.
That did not go well. They all have, like, wounds and stuff now. Well, I'm pretty sure we're done fighting anyway. Okay, so we need to go... Return to void ship, return to void ship. But we need... So they gave us the code to, one of these rooms. So let's try it here. What the dog doing? You're standing right next to them. What do you mean, what the dog doing? They're literally, like, staring at you. Like, where are you going? Why are you leaving us? Why would you ever leave us? Look how cute and small we are. Hello? Hello? Where are they? Oh, hi, dogs. Yeah, uh-huh. They're literally at your feet, begging you not to leave. They're like, you're our favorite person ever. Please stay. We want to love you. I fed them. You told me they needed food. You didn't tell me they needed their pills. I thought you did that. But I thought you gave them their morning pills. It has changed times. Ooh, we got in the door. Oh. What the hell is that? That's a swaying mass of body parts. What the fuck?
The world trembles beneath my feet.
This ain't right. Numerous wires and pipes run to the filthy cages, which are filled with what looks like a conglomeration of human bodies. You cannot make out who is in the cage, but bright blue sparks flash intermittently in the darkness, while the mass of flesh twitches and shudders. Ew! Heinrichs casts a scrutinizing eye over one of the cages before withdrawing his weapon and approaching to examine what lies inside. Yeah, let's look at things. Through the metal bars, you see it truly is a pile of human bodies, or something that used to be. The monstrosity Monstrously deformed bodies have fused together in places, while others were severed using saws and knives, leaving wounds seeping pus and slime, wounds that are agglutinating and sprouting tendons. What the hell does agglutinating mean? Agglutinating. Firmly stuck or to be stuck together to form a mass. To clump together. Ew. Wounds that are clumped together and sprouting tendons, rods connected to wires that run to a nearby cogitator bristle across the flesh. One of the human heads turns to you. Mercy. Even attempting to speak causes the mutant pain, but he bears the agony and forces out the words, Mercy, make it stop. You examine the pulsating mass of flesh. The creature in the cage seems to be composed of several bodies joined together. You see no sutures or any other means by which the separate parts could have been connected. Among the layers of meat, you can discern large knots of muscle, various limbs, exposed bones, parts of faces, and entire heads. Only warp sorcery is capable of creating such an abomination while preserving its ability to live. Who are you? Foreman from Sector Hertz, Mercy. Foreman from Boiler 3, we're from the lower levels. I'm beginning to have some idea. The Lex mechanic mentioned the inhabitants of the lower levels who had been imprisoned in their homes. He said some of them were brought here. The cultists did something to these poor people, in their own home, and now they are studying the result. The Lex mechanic talked about some kind of slag waste disposal and chaos symbols on machines. What are the archenemy's minions doing to the people of the lower levels? To know the workings of dark sorcery means allowing corruption into oneself. These are warp mutations, no doubt. Perhaps there was some side effect, and that is why they were brought here, to be connected to sensors and cogitators. Even fallen tech priests who have rejected the Omnissiah are driven by a perverted hunger for knowledge. Why are they hooked up to cogitators? Lingua Technis, corrupted by the scrap code, I'm sure. It's unlikely we'll be able to extract anything of value from their data crypts. You, a female face watches you from within the gloom of the cage, even though half of her head has been turned into a mess of bones and lumpen growths. Her single eye looks at you with a surprising amount of intelligence. You promised us! Who are you talking to? What did they promise you? Who are they? You took us from the inferno! You promised us a reward, you... Her lips stick together like melted wax. I'll be damned, they can still speak. They remember the people who did this to them. Perhaps the little biomancy will allow us to draw the fragments of knowledge out of them, or it will trigger further changes. Esteemed Magos, those are your comrades. If I may ask, do you feel any compassion for them? Or at the very least regret? Regret for the losses that these people represent to the Adeptus Mechanicus? Oh, he's yelling at Pascal. Negative. What I am currently observing is not my tech comrades, but merely their biological functioning remains fashioned into a specimen of an unnatural perversion of technology. I am under no directives to feel any affinity for such specimens. Okay, what do you want to do? My psycho abilities allow me to affect the human body. It is one of the most effective tools to use against individuals who resist questioning. But if you're suggesting that I want to use it, I think you are getting a little ahead of yourself. The effect of warp energy will likely lead to an explosive reaction. I do not know the precise mechanism of this mutation. The result could be even more monstrous than its current state. Do I want to try to make them talk, even though it'll probably make their lives even worse than it already is? Or do we want to kill them, basically, and put an end to their suffering? I feel like they themselves would want justice for what's been done to them. They would want someone to know what happened to them. And so even if it makes them hurt more, I feel like they would want somebody to know. what happened, instead of it just being like, well, that was weird. I'm gonna make him talk. Yes, it is possible another person would refuse to make such a choice, but we can use the situation to help the investigation. What? So now we have to, again, I'm not gonna argue with you. It seems to me your mind is already made up, I guess. He closes his eyes and raises one hand. You are enveloped by an otherworldly chill. The mass of flesh in the cage suddenly rears up. The mutant wrenches open its glued-together lips and began wailing frantically. The shrieking is echoed by a chorus of howls and tortured moans. Oh dear. The mutant changes before your eyes. The tumors recede like an ebbing tide, revealing an emaciated female face twisted in agony. The woman gasps for air, stretches her now mobile neck, and exclaims, "Liar! You promised to kill me! You promised me deliverance! Every one of you, everyone told me to have hope and the pain would go. Accept the truth, for that is hope. My only hope is to be freed from this pain. Please make it so! Make it stop!" A lump of flesh behind her head shudders and sends out smooth, fat tentacles that cover her wailing face and drag it into itself. You feel the pressure in your ears. From the cage you hear a steady, almost imperceptible sound that fills you with despair and horror. And that's it? The lamentation of dying people? No, not just that. What it says about hope sounds like a lie of chaos, which it uses to take root in weak minds. I believe the corrupted tech priest... Stop! I believe the corrupted tech priest repeated this phrase like an echo of what had been instilled in them. Whatever the cult of the final dawn is planning, false hope is a key component of their plan. It's a lead. A small one, but still a lead. That's that then. But do you know what bothers me, Rogue Trader? The number of people here. There are too few. The lower levels of similar manufactorums are inhabited by millions. What happened to the rest of them? I know I won't like the answer. Let's go. We still haven't done what we came here to do. So, did we kill them all? Are they dead now?
This place is steeped in corruption, which means that it must be cleansed with fire down to the last crevice.
I agree.
Sister, tame your father. Your zeal is laudable, but first I must ascertain the intentions of the archenemy, not crush its manifestations without a second thought.
So all those say the same thing. Can we set them on fire before we... Oh, there's another door. Alright, there's a chance we might actually have to fight things. So...
Fate beckons.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Field medicine at its finest. The healing is much appreciated. This wound will make a fine scar.
We function as one.
Alright, give you more medkits.
Let me help.
Integrity factor increased.
Let's patch you up.
Your help suffices.
This wound will make a
He
fine
has
scar.
4?
You have my thanks.
Let me help.
I needed that.
Let's patch you up.
You have my thanks.
Let me help.
I needed that.
And
Let's patch you
Argenta.
up.
Ministration is a holy task.
And refill his this thing. Okay. We are mostly patched up.
Whatever you wish.
What is this? A data vault. The massive cogitator grows out of the metal bulkheads like a grotesque tumor. Really? It looks fine. A hollow roar sounds from deep within the metal housing. Whatever spurred the computer into action, it has enough power to supply a small command center. As soon as your eyes fall upon the cogitator, you feel a tingling in your temples. Every nook, every component of the machine radiates a sense of wrongness, one that is difficult to explain, but no less palpable for that. It is as though the construct itself defies the laws of physics and perspective. This is some Cthulhu shit. This is some Cthulhu nonsense. Stop. Jaylee, that is a creation of the archenemy. Don't go near it. You have done enough for me in my mission. Don't put yourself at risk now. As soon as Heinrichs takes another step towards the cogitator, it emits a deafening shriek like hundreds of metal needles driving into toughened glass, as though sensing the stranger. Wincing, Heinrichs approaches the control panel and bends down towards the screens. Despite the heat clogging the room, you feel an icy cold breeze. Heinrichs is clearly using his psycho abilities to try and fend off the pernicious effects of the Chaos artifact. The Omnissiah's grace has not touched this object. This mechanism was not desecrated, but born, flawed, and unnatural. Iron most profane. Initiating observation log. Let not fear stand in the path of knowledge. Should I go near it, or keep my... I'll let Heinrichs do his thing. A minute passes, then another. You watch Heinrichs examine the cogitator. His eyes scan the screens, his hands darting from the reel to the lever, sometimes hovering uncertainly over the next switch, which immediately receives a coating of frost. At some point, you hear his voice, almost a whisper, barely audible above the clanging, roaring machine. Sacrifices. More and more sacrifices every minute. He looks at you, his eyes darker now, appearing almost black in his white face. Hecatome determinans. The womb of this cursed machine is down on the lower levels. The auxiliary enumerator controls the system for delivering molten waste under the manufactorum's main building. This cogitator is fueled by the energy harnessed from thousands of people who are flowing beneath our feet as slag waste as we speak. But I cannot even imagine the reason for sacrificing all those people. It's inconceivable. Now we know why the fabricator sensor prized this monster so highly. The cursed tech priest and his associates created something that went beyond the limits of the Omnissiah's power. This machine is designed to process myriad possibilities using warp sorcery. It has almost finished its task. It predicts the future. Heinrichs, are you okay? I'll be fine. It predicts the future? How is that even possible? Do not attempt to gain any insight into the essence of the machines corrupted by the archenemy, at least not if you value your soul. I have encountered the heretics' mechanical abominations before. To truly fathom their nature is to allow a particle of death into your heart. But the fruit they bear, no matter how abhorrent their instruments, the fruit they bear can be useful. Yes, let's allow the machine to finish its calculations. I wish to know what precisely the cult's minions were so desperate to see in the future. Perhaps if we were to increase the power, it would be finished sooner. Heinrichs, you've gone nuts. My influence has made Heinrichs more callous? What? What? We need to stop the cogitator for the sake of the people who are still alive. Rogue trader, in the name of the Golden Throne, I am requisitioning the population of the lower levels of this manufactorum for the purposes of the Inquisition. What did I do that made Heinrichs more callous? What did I do? The cogitator's screens flash, and the guttural roar in its depths turns into a frantic shriek that seems to contain the death cries of thousands. Heinrichs bends over the keys and flinches as if from an electric shock. His head snaps back unnaturally, and you see his lips moving. The cogitator lets out a roar that grows louder by the second. Oh! Oh! Ah!
I fear you not, for I am fear incarnate.
What the hell is that? A screamer of Zinch. Time to send to Warhammer boyfriend. What the fuck is that? Oh, after he left, he said, if they are making a Forge Fiend, it is more than likely the Iron Warriors or the Dark Mechanicus building it. They are traitors and considered Chaos Space Marines, but they don't exactly follow a Chaos God at all. The Dark Mechanicus split off because they could do awful things and start attempting to innovate, which the Mechanicus didn't approve of. The Iron Warriors have a boss who is a massive petulant child. Because he didn't get what he wanted right away, he threw a hissy fit and basically betrayed everyone. Even his adopted sister was like, you never grew up, I'm sad for you, kill me but you won't feel any better. Okay, we have to kill whatever the hell this thing is. Oh. We don't get to move. Where even? He's way the hell back here? Can I even? Okay. Can I do this? Okay.
I will triumph.
Put this on
I
him.
need no guidance. Descend upon the weak. Purpose guides me.
Stab him.
Object to it.
Do your this thing.
Let's see. I won't object to it.
Oh, what is all this?
May your
Pink
strength
horrors.
shine high.
I'm glad I healed everyone before we came in here.
Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Guided by faith. I'll do
Pathetic.
It's a lot of pink stuff.
Follow my lead.
Not your gun, not your gun. I want your sword. I did not do much.
I'd rather not.
Alright, charge this little guy.
Indeed.
Can you shoot him?
It will be done.
Yay! Okay.
Just a minor setback.
Request approved.
I like the music. Okay. He's already on fire,
Ruin beckons.
which means I can turn everyone on fire.
Go down easy.
One step closer. I need no guidance.
And I can shank him in the ribs.
Amidst the carnage, I find purpose.
My ears are ringing.
Bum, 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 bum. Hello. Wah.
For the throne's glory.
Can I
Not
do this
sex
one?
you to do this.
No. Gah.
the enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Okay, heal
Let
me.
me tend to your wounds.
Your aid was acknowledged.
Your aid was acknowledged. All right. Now get down. Well, I shoot those guys. Yes!
I am his will made manifest. Doubts for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Damn, that's all we could do? Tappy, why are you trying to climb up here?
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
What?
At once, your target.
Get that
I will
one.
do like you.
He missed. Okay. Baby. Don't come up here. Ugh, hold on. She's insisting on crawling up here. Hold on. You silly dog. Are you happy now? Let me move all this stuff out of the way. Here you go, baby. She's like insisting on coming up here. Here's the blankie. Sit in your little nest. Don't eat my food. Oh yeah, they split into multiple ones. Great.
I will triumph.
Hi, baby.
What a satisfying demand.
You cuddling me?
There is no mercy found in my heart. I will triumph. One step closer.
I have a puppy. You being a cute little baby. Yeah. Also, I will hydrate. We turned the pink horror into
Let's see to it.
2 blue horrors.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Argenta.
God Emperor, move through me. Breathe the fire in my heart.
You snuggling me, little one? She says, everybody get down.
Faith. One keeps a prayer.
We did it! Heinrichs goes back to the broken down cogitator, spends a while examining the instrument panel, and then disconnects a component resembling a data crypt, which he quickly stows in his cartridge belt. That was what this machine was put into operation for. Countless symbols and numbers containing knowledge of things to come. I hope my specialists will find a way to decipher the corrupted code. I hypothesize that my services will be needed. The disappointment and resignation are clear in his voice. You are correct, Magos. I am grateful for the help, but unfortunately I must conceal the fruits of our labor from you. As you have seen, my caution is well-founded. Restriction recognized as valid. I saw something happen to you. What happened when you touched the machine? He jerks his head away and waves away the question. We'll talk about it later, but right now, I must thank you. Without your help and cooperation, I doubt I would have reached the depths of Kiava and learned the truth behind my agent's dispatches and reports. I would never have ended up here, and I would never have succeeded in hampering the cult's activities. Dare I hope, esteemed interrogator, that your keen interest in this bon balancious world has been satisfied? Oh? Apart from the fact that the world is still seized by the archenemy's corruption, its populace is infected with heresy, and the once sacred machines of its manufactorum have been turned into weapons against humanity? Quite satisfied, yes. My business on Kiava is concluded. It is time to return to the mission that brought you to the industrial world. The only thing I'll ask of you is an audience when we return to the ship. Oh boy. I want to know what I did that made Heinrichs more calloused. Is this not the way out? Is this not a door? It used to be a door. Oh, okay.
Let's seize the opportunity.
I was like, what happened to the door? Yeah. You okay, little baby? You're so cute. And so soft. My puppy. My puppy's sitting next to me. Being adorable. Yeah? Are you being adorable? Are you being a little puppy? Alright, we need to go here. If I just like click here, will they just run here? Oh wait, I think I need to go down here, but that's okay. It's okay, we've done everything in here. No, this isn't good. What the hell is that? Oh. Sharp pain pierces your head and the light dims in your eyes. You smell smoke and burning and feel a wave of nausea. Your legs buckle and your knees hit the metal floor. In that same moment, the manufactorum surrounding you disappears in a whirlwind of mist, ash, and gray shadows. Struggling against the elements, you can barely raise your head to look. Your eyes sting and burn, but through the tears you see it, a colossal silhouette rising above you. The roaring tempest is unable to shake the mighty figure. In the name of the Emperor, get out of my way! Oh. Oh. Oh, what? Who? What? Are we supposed to know who this is? Through the howling of the storm, you hear a new chilling sound, roaring, cruel laughter. The figure advances towards you, and you feel that if it takes just one more step, it will step on you and crush you like a bug. I am the master of those who have been felled by your hands in the halls of the primordial truth. I am Uralan the Cruel. The souls of my followers return to the font of power they served, crying out for me to cast my gaze towards the sacrilege. And what do I see? Yet another lackey of the corpse emperor. Bubbles, please hush. Tappy, do you want to get down? You came up here to snuggle me. But now you went down. Okay, that's fine. They call you a hero. An empty word. A worthless pedestal among hundreds like it, all built by the lackeys of the false god in their hubris and ignorance. This pedestal will soon become a sacrificial altar, and you will become yet another reminder to the expanse that no hero can save it from the truth. The giant's voice causes the storm raging around you to die down somewhat, as if the very sound of his voice is enough to make the whirlwind subside. You glance at the huge warrior and notice on his chest a winding azure symbol. The shades of blue seem to glimmer and mingle together. Is that significant? I don't see any blue symbols on his chest. I guess there's like an eyeball. I'm the sovereign of this world. This is my world, not a dominion of chaos. Oh, clinging to illusions will do you no good. The rituals have already been performed. The mortals are already singing the litanies of the primordial truth, or decorating the sacrificial altars with their flesh. Kiava Gamma, as you call it, is already saturated in the nectar of the truth, a fate that awaits all worlds that would stand in our way. Alright, where did you take me? This is the bridge that connects our minds, created by the will of my slave, whose fate you should be envying. The Psyker is useful enough to me to be left alive. You, less so. But I am a Psyker. I want to look upon the one who has disrupted my flock's duties and my master's plans. That warrior from my legion, the fabricator censor. You think of their deaths as a triumph. However, it is but a minor hindrance on our path. There are other worlds that serve our goals. There are other sources of plasteel and adamantine. Revel in your victory. It will change nothing. Nevertheless, the blood in your veins whispers to the spirits that you warrant a closer look. Yes. You are a descendant of the rogue trader whose warrant Conrad Beutgear sought to obtain. By defiling the relic and binding it to himself with the tethers of the Empyrean, he was meant to become my servant, a rogue trader who would do the work of the truth. But then you interfered. Could it be that you wish to gain the true God's favor instead? Do you wish to present the corpse relic to me and serve the truth? Hear your very blood calling, begging you to submit to me. What would be the point of futile defiance? That is a Chaos Undivided Space Marine, a word bearer looks like. I like how I sent you a picture of him and you came running. Requires... Yeah, you waste your time trying to tempt me. It is not blood that defines a person's deeds, only their will, and my will is thus. Begone! Pitiful insect, you dare! And yet, he whooshes away. Ha 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 ha. That was a close call. For the sake of holy terror, if I had lost a second rogue trader in such a paltry span of time, my only option would have been to shoot myself out of unending shame. Abelard, this ain't about you. Oh. I sensed the presence of another Psyker. Someone made contact with you mentally, then tried to harm you with sorcery. I did what I could. You at least appear unharmed. Can you remember what you saw? It was a Chaos Space Marine. Oh. One of the traitors to the Imperium? I don't think it was he who judged your mind. I wouldn't have had the strength to go up against a Psyker from the ranks of those monsters. He might have forced some mortal to do his bidding. Perhaps it was through the same hapless medium that he sensed the deaths of his henchmen. Such indescribable power, to have reached out to your mind at such a distance. You said something about Theodora, about how the blood in my veins will lead me to serve chaos. Sister Argenta, who has been watching all of this intently, grows pale and makes the sign of Aquila to ward off evil, which we learned the sign of the Aquila is literally, it's a shadow puppet bird. Which is just the most anticlimactic thing. She just, you know, like makes this this shadow puppet of a bird, which I'm trying to do, but my model won't do it. Like that, yeah. And she like puts it over her chest. The sign of the Aquila. A shadow puppet bird. Heinrich stares at you, whether in surprise or anger you don't know, then he gives a curt nod. I see. We can theorize later, although I will say that his words do not leave much room for interpretation. You dust yourself off and continue. Shadow puppet bird, too powerful for evil. The world's industrial heart has fallen to corruption, but numerous faint Vox signals from the periphery indicate that the planet's small manufacturing clusters survived without succumbing to the heretics. The sacred machines and hollowed lathes from these abodes have been reverently transported to the safety of the ship's holds. Let's restore the factory in the shortest possible time without subjecting the wounded planet to a merciless purge. The blast furnaces are lit again. Machines once more fill the air with screeches and squeals, and mag trains of wagons stretch in lines from one workshop to the next. But the cogitators' binaric chants carry alarming rumors of malevolent and foul traces of corruption. Whew, boy! Now we have to decide what to do here. A renowned tech architect is offering to enter our service as a planetary steward and restore the world. Great trials are ahead and we must steel ourselves to face them. The rogue trader will sign a mutual aid agreement with the quaestors of the Departamento Munitorum. These outstanding theoreticians... whatever. We're gonna make it a weapon factory. For generations, the Adeptus Mechanicus has been custodians of the machinery. Recognizing the value of the tragedy-stricken world, they were willing to deploy a forged cathedral on it as a token of sympathy. Let's restore it.